welcome back to another video. As you can see, we're back at our barn and we're gonna get started to work on this extension in the roof, and hopefully in this video we're gonna have all the framing up and have it ready to pretty much do the roof hopefully on it and have it sealed from the weather. And today's video is sponsored by NordVPN. More on them later. So let's get started, and we're actually gonna first clean up upstairs and then we have to cut all this wood beams off. So, as you can see, we have cleaned up. We didn't film way too much of it because we have still a lot of work to do. And this was just kind of like a cleanup that needed to be done. And it went faster with 2 people because we had to kind of give it in a chain. It would be nice with 3 people, even faster. So that is done and nice and clean. So now we have kind of an open space. Still some things here and there, but we're going to move them around as we need. And now we are ready to cut the wood. Before we get started with all the work, let's talk about today's sponsor, which is NordVPN. If you don't know what's a VPN, it pretty much protects your identity and lets you change exactly where your device is located in. So it pretty much goes through a server and comes back to your phone. So it means you can change countries. Pretty much lets you change your country on the streaming platform, so you can watch shows from other countries or from your home country while traveling in holidays. So in that sense, it's useful because Despina, she likes to watch Greek and German TV. So NordVPN lets us do that, especially at high speed, which is something we've been really enjoying, especially having access to a lot of shows that are not available in our country. And for Despina, a lot of TV shows and a lot of actual TV channels that are from her native country, so she can actually enjoy them in Latvia without a problem and at high speed, pretty much like she would be sitting there. The other thing that NordVPN provides you is also protection, so it also has built-in threat detection and also removes ads online. And NordVPN has provided you guys an amazing deal. You get 4 months extra if you get the 2-year plan. So make sure you check out the link on the screen or in the description or in the comments. And thanks again to NordVPN for sponsoring this video. So let's get to work. So we're done for the day. That's how, except, you know, the wall is missing here, but it will go a wall here. Now let's get on with building the actual new frame that we're gonna add to here. So we're done for the day. And now you can really start to tell how it will look. Except, you know, the wall is missing here, but it will go a wall here. It's the next day, and let's get on with building the actual new frame that we're gonna add to here. For the concrete. Going up?
It sounds like it.
For the concrete. At least this part of it, with this here beam and the hydraulic brick column, which is on the level, so it means that is more lower by 20 centimeters. Already has a downslope. When they built these, they didn't really care so much for level. Means the level wasn't something that they were checking so much clearly, because so we have lifted up all the barn, well, at least this part of it, with this here beam and the hydraulic jack. We lifted it up, but we checked with the laser, and actually this brick wall here, the brick column, which is not something we can adjust, versus that brick wall, they have 20 centimeter difference on the level. So it means that is more lower by 20 centimeters, and so it means it naturally already has a downslope. When they built these, they didn't really care so much for level. They more cared that it's all nice and strong and, you know, straight, which means the level wasn't something that they were checking so much clearly, because the laser, it rarely lies for us. It's not like we checked with just a basic level. We checked with the laser from one beam to the other side. So lifting it up is creating a problem by lifting this middle beam off the wall, because it's so crooked from all the weight it has taken on that it's just lifting it up. So we'll have to lower it back down and leave it crooked in a sense, because that's how it's been for so many years. Maybe 40 years it's been bent in, so it means something you can't easily bend back. So not something worth fighting. We're just gonna leave it crooked, and we're gonna build the wall underneath. We're gonna redo all the walls underneath, so they will take the pressure, not the beams. But the beams will have to stay as they are. They will not take back the shape of being straight. We're definitely not taking them out and removing them. So this building will never be perfectly square, but I think perfectly solid is definitely a term for this building. It's not going anywhere. As you can see, this whole beam is holding all the weight up. So we have beam like this and another two beams there, and the columns in the end. So I'm pretty confident in the building's capabilities of holding the weight up. These are pretty massive beams. So once we redo the wall, it's gonna be perfect. But let's take this down now and get upstairs and build the wall. I was just scared of making it and then lifting it up and kind of ruining all my work, but I don't think we're gonna be doing that. I think we're just gonna be building a wall underneath. So gonna be all good. So as you can see, we are game and kind of in the wood is because we had to lower it down by those 15 centimeters, otherwise we're getting way too high and not having enough of an angle. And yeah, that's why we didn't do it on the floor. It would take quite an effort to remove all of them, bring them down, cut them, and then bring them up and attach them. So I just took the risk and did it, and it was perfectly fine, and we have done it. And as you can see, it looks amazing, and it's nicely hooked in. Screw goes all the way through both of those kind of side woods and the main wood, so it's a really long screw. So as you can see, we are done with just a basic kind of frame. We have done a wood on the top, and we have done our square frame. And the reason why we did them kind of in the wood, the one we go across, is because we had to lower it down by those 15 centimeters, otherwise we're getting way too high and not having enough of an angle. And yeah, that's why we didn't do it on the floor. It would take quite an effort to remove all of them, bring them down, cut them, and then bring them up and attach them. So I just took the risk and did it, and it was perfectly fine, and we have done it. And as you can see, it looks amazing, and it's nicely hooked in. Screw goes all the way through both of those kind of side woods and the main wood, so it's a really long screw. And 2 of those per one, so it's going to be really strong. It's very stable already. Once we attach the roof, it's pretty much going to become unmovably strong.